So there we see again main engine ignition and liftoff of the Antares vehicle. Liftoff occurring, as you mentioned, Kyle, from the Wallops Flight Facility, which is actually the oldest launch range in the United States, established back in 1945 by NASA. Certainly all systems seem to perform nominally during all phases of flight, and it'll be interesting to hear, Kyle, if some of the surrounding residents were able to see the launch from their vantage points. There we again see smiling faces in the Antares Range Control Center. Maybe this is a good opportunity to thank the major suppliers and contributors for the Antares launch vehicle. Those include Aerojet, who provides the AJ-26 main engines. Those engines were actually originally developed by the company now known as JSC Kuznetsov in Russia. Moog provides our thrust vector control for both the main engine and the second stage. Yuzhnoye Yuzhmash provides design, test, manufacturing of the core structures, propellant management devices. Dnepropetrovsk provides the core GSE. PFI provides the thrust frame manufacturer. FFP was the feed line manufacturer for the engines. SSP provides a pogo suppression device manufacturer. ATK, once again, provided the second stage Castor 30 solid motor. Orb-D provided the tanks for the attitude control system. Applied Aerospace Structures Corporation provided all the composite structures that you saw in the vehicle today, including the payload fairing. Ensign Bickford provided the linear and stage separation systems. RUAG provided the payload separation system. Martinez and Turek was largely responsible for the bulk of the GSE manufacturing at the launch site. AFS provided the TEL hydraulics, and Diamond Heavy Haul helped us haul the booster from the port of Wilmington, Delaware.
Definitely takes a large team to safely launch a vehicle and put a payload into orbit. There's no question about that.
Yeah, that's right, Kyle. And also key to that team, of course, was our NASA partners as well as the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport that helped in the pad preparations, range control. They were able to turn around range operations in a fairly short period of time from our Minotaur 5 launch, which was successfully launched a week ago Friday for NASA with the LADI mission.
Well, we're continuing to watch a launch replays. We have a couple more after this one, but we do have confirmation that the team has been congratulated from the commander of the International Space Station, Fyodor Yurchikhin, and the rest of the crew members that make up Expedition 37, including Luca Parmitano from the European Space Agency, representing the Italian Space Agency on board, and Karen Nyberg, a U.S. astronaut. They watched along and listened along to the launch activities there. You see the nicely vacant launch pad there at the Mid-Atlantic spaceport, regional spaceport on the eastern shore of Virginia. It's that's actually a beautiful site right there.
Yeah, it looks like a very clean pad at this point, and no brush fires like we encountered on the last launch. So it trimmed the grass.
And we'll continue on with a couple more launch replays. We're still listening in with the Cygnus team, all going very smoothly with the continuing health of the spacecraft as they are in the process of deploying the solar arrays on Cygnus, which will provide continuous electrical power to the vehicle and its batteries on its journey to the International Space Station. And John, we just got confirmation that's great news that the solar arrays are deployed. That call coming at 10:24 a.m. Central, 11:24 Eastern Time.
Yeah, Kyle, that's correct. We have confirmation that the propulsion system on Cygnus has been initialized, and the rays have been fully deployed. So Cygnus is now on its way to rendezvous with the International Space Station. Another shot of the vacant launch pad at the Wallops Flight Facility. Kyle, the team will now begin preparations for our next Antares launch with another Cygnus cargo transfer vehicle. We're working with NASA on the exact schedule for that launch, but we believe that launch will occur in the late December time frame later this year.
Sometimes we have it's nice to have problems when you have vehicles on the highway, so you have to make sure that it's clear, and you juggle a few things here and there relative to launches, crew launches to the station, other cargo vehicle launches to the station as well. So this is certainly a great step in getting to that next Antares Cygnus launch.
Yeah, that's right.
shore as we depart pad 0A. Engines are at 100% power now. We'll remain at 100% power level until approximately 1 mission. Passing through max Q at this point, point of maximum dynamic pressure on the mission. Very modest steering commands through max Q. BN03 pressurization valve has come on in the core now. BND3 and the fuel tank pressurization system is now on as well as expected. Attitude, power, main engine and steering systems all appear nominal. Attitude remains nominal. Again, very minimal steering commands at this point in the mission. Core pressures remain strong. Power buses look healthy. Engines remain nominal at 100% power level. Attitude looks good. Again, very little steering observed in the thrust vector control system on stage 1. Core pressurization systems are performing well at this point as we're past T plus 2 minutes 30 seconds. EBC is nominal again with very small steering commands at this point. Core pressurization performance remains good. Altitude's passing 175,000 feet. Velocity just over 7,000 feet per second. Engines remain at 100%. Mixture ratio targets are very close to nominal at this point. Valves VNO4, 5, and 6 and the LOX tank pressurization system have come on. Core pressures remain healthy at this point. Altitude passing 250,000 feet. All stage 1 propulsion systems remain nominal. Attitude remains nominal.
Good.
We are canceling the engines outboard in preparation for the main engine cutoff event. That'll happen close to T plus 4 minutes. MECO in roughly 10 seconds. MECO. And stage 1 separation. From the onboard camera, looks like we got a very clean separation between the upper stack and stage 1. Stage 1 is drifting nicely away from the vehicle at this point.
Bob's got good track.
The first of the upper stack attitude control systems has been enabled. We're now coasting in a ballistic phase of the mission.